pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There's no excuse for not knowing what's happening in our House district. We have our own Facebook page, a dynamic page on the Arapahoe Dems website, and a direct email address to us. Find us! Welcome to House District 37 of the Democratic Party. I'm your host, Norm Davey. Like many of you who have been working from home lately, I'm not wearing any pants. For those of you who participated in last night's Pat Schroeder dinner, we'd like to thank you for helping us raise critical funding for the county party as well as for candidates. If for some reason you missed out on your ability to attend that event and donate, you can still contribute funds at arapahoedems.org. Look for the donate button. Our first speaker of the evening is HD37's very own state representative, Tom Sullivan. His re-election campaign is in full swing, but we need your help. Reach out to Teddy at sullivanforcolorado.com and find out how you can help. For example, we are still performing touch-free lit drop and friendly phone banking. Without further ado, here is Tom Sullivan.
Hey everyone, Representative Sullivan here, House District 37. Thanks for inviting me to your monthly HD meeting. Talked with Norm before this. He had some defined topics he wanted us to talk about, so I've written some prepared statement, and I'll read through that. People all across Colorado and the United States are worrying about facing eviction and paying their bills on time during these challenging times. This past session, the Colorado General Assembly passed a comprehensive COVID-19 relief package that included some protections for those facing eviction. House Bill 2014-10, COVID-19 related housing assistance, provided $20 million in funds for rental and mortgage assistance through the Department of Local Affairs. For more information on applying for relief, visit DOLA's website at cdola.colorado.gov and search for the Office of Rental Assistance. This bill also includes $350,000 for the Colorado Eviction Legal Defense Fund, which was created in 2019 to help provide legal assistance for those facing eviction. Your elected representatives want to hear from you about your concerns and what you need us to work on in the upcoming session. There are programs available for eviction and housing relief, but there is more work to do. We need to ensure that people know about and apply for existing programs, and we need to keep working to ensure these programs remain funded for all who need them. Please contact your local legislator if you are worried about these issues and need information on how to apply for assistance. And there's the key right there. If you know that a problem is coming up, don't wait until you get the notification before you reach out to somebody. And don't stay quiet by reaching out to somebody just because you feel bullied by some kind of legal document that shows up in your mailbox. There's programs out there, just like we stated, so reach out to us. We can get you the assistance. We can get you in touch with those people who are there to help you. Another big part of eviction protections is continued federal funding. Contact your congressman, Senator Bennett and Senator Gardner, and ask Congress to pass more COVID-19 relief funding, evictions, protections, and for state and local governments. The state and local governments are going to need the funding to continue on And this year is going to be it's going to be critical for us. Your elected representatives need to hear from you, so please reach out. And you can start by calling my office. My number there is 303-866-5510, or feel free to send me an email. It's tom.sullivan.house@state.co.us. And there's what we have on evictions. Enjoy the rest of your meeting tonight, and thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon.
Our next speaker is our strong candidate for State Senate District 27. Help us flip this seat by volunteering or contributing to his campaign. And now, please welcome Chris Kolker.
Good evening, everyone, here in HD37. Glad to be with you tonight. My name is Chris Kolker again. I am the Senate District 27 Democrat nominee here in Centennial. And tonight I'm going to be talking about homelessness and evictions here in the time of COVID. Now, in Centennial and the south suburbs, we may not think about evictions or homelessness very much, being a more affluent community. However, it is something that does apply and something that we need to pay specific attention to. You see, in Colorado, we have a poverty rate or near poverty rate based on the US Census up through 2018 of 3.7%. And in Centennial, we have about 83% of our population in owner-occupied homes. That means we have about 17% of our population renting. And of that, we have to think about the general population when it comes to 3.7% in or near poverty. That is a real number here and something that applies to families, especially who are struggling now with COVID. I expect those numbers to continue to go up. When it comes to evictions and COVID, our governor has done a stay or a moratorium on evictions for a certain period of time, but there have been those who are advocating for more time and more help for people who are experiencing job loss, unemployment, and especially now with our benefits running out. One of the other things we should also consider are the small investors or business owners who own rental properties, who have taken a mortgage and who are renting to families and individuals. We want to continue the moratorium. We want to continue protecting those from being evicted so we don't see a giant spike in homelessness. We also want to, I believe, continue helping the small owners or the small investors who own properties, who are not getting the federal government relief from the CARES Act. If they are getting relief, then we should make sure that the renters are also getting that relief. When it comes to relief and support, our federal government in 2018 bailed out the lenders, the banks, at $700 billion, billion with a B. Now, according to recent reports by Bloomberg News, the government actually spent $12.8 trillion to rescue our economy at that time. We need to do more. It starts with our federal government, and our state government must also support those people who are struggling. Now, homelessness is an issue that we need to consider here in Centennial, in the south suburbs, also pre-COVID, during COVID, post-COVID. According to the Denver Rescue Mission, homelessness in Denver was 6,000 people pre-COVID. 420 families with children under 18 were considered homeless. Now, I know we have that here in Littleton and Centennial. My wife is the counselor in Littleton Public Schools and has spoken to me about this previously, about families who are living in hotels. Living in a hotel is considered homeless. We need to make sure that we are supporting these families and individuals. Now, many of the people, according to the Denver Rescue Mission, and I'd like to apply this statewide, 30% are homeless due to substance abuse, 12% were homeless due to domestic violence, many others homeless because of mental health issues. Now, when I first started running for office, my biggest push was funding education and mental health. We know that to get support for a person to feel like they are receiving the treatment they need, no matter what it is, substance abuse, domestic violence, mental health, they need a safe and secure place, consistent, to lay their head down at night. We need to make sure that we have the facilities and the medical facilities nearby to make sure that they are able to get that treatment. Now, in 2019, our state legislature passed a bill to study the undeveloped lands owned by the state government. I hope to continue that in office, not only to study, but see how we can use those undeveloped lands to fight homelessness, more attainable, affordable housing for people on the near the poverty line, so that we can make sure that all of us in this state are experiencing an ability and an equity to be able to lift ourselves up. So those are a few issues I would like to work on and make sure that you are aware of here in Centennial and in the south suburbs. These aren't issues that are considered just Denver or city and county of Denver. We have it here. We need to make sure that we are continuing to help not only during COVID, but post-COVID. Again, my name is Chris Kolker. I am the Democrat for State Senate District 27. These are some of the values that I will bring with me to make sure that we are speaking for those who are having a hard time being heard. Thank you.
Our next speaker is the incredible Alana Spiegel, our candidate for CU Regent District 6. Please give it up for Alana Spiegel.
Hey there, HD37. It's Alana Spiegel running for University of Colorado Board of Regents in the 6th Congressional District. For those of you that I don't know, I'm a mom and an educator and running to make CU a flagship for our nation and a place where young people from all different backgrounds can attain a world-class education. And I'm super excited to be running here alongside your wonderful rep, Tom Sullivan, and our Senate candidate, Chris Kolker. And we really have an opportunity to flip the CU Board of Regents to Democratic control for the first time in over 40 years. And I'm sure many of you have seen some of the controversial decisions going on under the current Board of Regents, including against Proposition CC that would have put $100 million into scholarships for low-income students, the controversial process around hiring a new president for the University of Colorado, and most recently against a resolution supporting Black students. So in any case, I look forward to being able to speak with you. You can find out more about me or reach out, volunteer, donate at Ilana. It's ILANA, the number 4, regent.com. That's Ilana for regent.com. And I look forward to getting to know all of you. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
The officers of House District 37 wish to serve and inspire and motivate you the best we can. If you have any ideas for topics for our monthly meetings, or if you have suggestions on how best to get the vote out, we want to hear from you. Not through the U.S. mail, because thanks to Trump, we won't get those until after the election. But instead, if you could send us an email to this address. This is critical. We need everyone to get involved. As we conclude our pre-recorded meeting tonight, I'm reminded that if you're like me, with lots of time on your hands and about as bored as an Amish electrician, you can contact the campaigns of any of our guest speakers tonight, and they will show you how to trade 60 minutes of Microsoft Solitaire for 50 phone banking calls, all from the comfort of your own home, pants optional. Join us on September 23rd for our next Zoomish meeting. But hang on for a roundtable discussion with Tom, Chris, and Alana on the topic of evictions and homelessness. Thank you for joining. Bye now.